Picture a caveman waiting out a storm. You're probably picturing the wrong thing entirely. Most prehistoric humans barely lived in caves at all. The deep, dark caverns from every cartoon and movie, those were mostly used for art, burial, and ritual, not daily life. So if a storm rolled in 40,000 years ago, where did people actually go? Here's exactly what really happened. Let's start with the basics. Archaeologists call any prehistoric human a cave dweller so often that the nickname stuck. But when you actually look at the evidence, hardly any caves show real signs of daily living. No regular hearths, no food scraps piled up over years. What you find instead is art on the walls, and sometimes burials. That's a workshop or a temple, not a home. So where did people actually live? Mostly in rock shelters, shallow overhangs and cliffs, open on one side, with a roof of stone above. Or in temporary camps built from wood and animal hide, set up near rivers, lakes, or coastlines where food and water were close by. Here's the why behind that choice, the part most people miss. Deep caves are cold, damp, and pitch black. You'd need fire just to see, and the air inside doesn't move, so smoke builds up fast. A rock shelter gives you a roof without the smoke problem. You get protection from rain with airflow still coming through. Now picture the actual storm. Rain starts. The group doesn't run for a deep cave. They're probably already living under a rock overhang or inside a hide-covered hut they built days ago. The storm just means staying close to the fire, under the roof they already have. And here's the twist that changes the whole picture. Evidence from sites in Israel shows humans storing meat in animal skins for weeks at a time, planning ahead for exactly this kind of weather. They weren't surviving rain, they were prepared for it. This is where the cartoon version of cavemen falls apart completely. We picture people huddled and helpless, waiting for the weather to pass. The real evidence shows planning, stored food, built shelter, controlled fire. A bad storm wasn't a crisis. It was Tuesday. The deep caves people imagine, the ones with the paintings, those were reserved for something else entirely. Walking deep into total darkness, torch in hand, to paint an animal on a wall you'd barely see again. That wasn't shelter. That was a choice, a ritual. Something that mattered enough to leave the comfort of the rock shelter and go somewhere darker, on purpose. So, to recap, prehistoric humans didn't shelter from rain in deep caves. They lived in rock shelters and built camps designed specifically to handle weather like this. The deep caves were saved for art and ritual, which makes the whole image of the helpless caveman backwards. They weren't hiding from the storm. They were ready for it long before it arrived. The past has not changed. Your picture of it just did. You're welcome. Subscribe if you enjoyed this type of content. It means a lot.